Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about something that I didn't plan on talking about, and it's pretty personal, and I just want to be real and possibly help somebody else out there. I've shared it with one other person, and they were really grateful that I did because we were experiencing the same thing in a way. So I'm at home, I'm on a lunch break. I'm currently in a professional development all week, well, for the next 2 weeks because I'm a teacher. So we have to prep ourselves in our classroom before our students get here. So we started last Wednesday a little bit with just a couple of trainings, and this is when it all went down. So basically, I was pregnant last week. Starting from last Friday all the way up until Wednesday, I was getting faint line after faint line after faint line of being pregnant. And in my past, getting faint lines means positive, which doctors will tell you, unless the test is like a fluke, which it wasn't because it was multiple saying yes, and I'll insert a picture somewhere in this video. But I got multiple faint lines, and they were varying. Some days it was dark, and then it got darker, and then it lightened, and then it would barely even show, and then it darkened, and it was all over the place. And I have a 1-year-old as of today, and my cycles have never really regulated themselves. So I wasn't keeping track of anything. This wasn't planned. This was a total surprise, and I am a firm believer in surprises now. At first, I was one of those that was like skeptical. Well, yeah, maybe some cases, but most likely you did it on purpose type person. Once it happens to you, you understand what it means to be a complete surprise. Like, yes, I know how babies are made. Obviously, I have one, but it's like you're not purposely trying to do that, if you know what I'm saying. And so once it happens to you, it's like total shock, especially if you feel like you can't do it, you can't handle it. You are not in the place in your life to take on this. Like, it sounds so selfish, and I know I'll probably get judged for it, but it's the truth. And you just feel like, I'm not ready for this. So it happened, surprise. I don't even know what prompted me to test. Women just have this amazing intuition that God gifted us with, and something inside me told me, I don't remember the last time I had my period. I'm feeling the nausea was onsetting, the headaches, And the one thing that really tipped me off the night before that previous Friday was I went to bed at 9 o'clock, and I used my nights to get things done, no matter what it may be in the house, work related, whatever. I use my night times and my evenings to get things done. So when I went to bed at 9, I couldn't even hold my eyes open in here, and I am not a couch sleeper. I'm a bed sleeper. And I fell asleep on the couch, and then I moved to my bedroom in my full outfit, like full work clothes, makeup, hair still done, and I do not sleep in my makeup. I take really good care of my skin. I always have. And it just threw me off. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Either I'm getting sick or I'm pregnant. So I took tests, and they came up faint line, and I freaked. And I freaked for a minute, and I sat down because I was just like, I just need to sit down. And I called my best friend, and I told her, look at your phone, and we talked, and she was like, that's positive. And I was like, I know. I'm freaking out. I'm not happy about it. These are just my true feelings. I'm not in the place that I want to be in my life right now. You know, we're in the process of moving. It's like our lives are all over the place. I have a brand new classroom in a brand new building that we're still moving into. It's in shambles. Olivia just turned 1, and it took me longer to adjust to the motherhood life because of my postpartum depression was so deep. And I'm just now like getting myself up and motivated and pushing forward towards the future. And it's like, I don't like, it scares me to have another kid because of how deep my postpartum depression ran. And I know eventually I will work through those emotions, but I haven't worked through them all the way yet. I'm just now climbing myself out of that hole. And so when I saw that, I just called my best friend. I didn't know what else to do. And I told my husband and he was so excited. Everyone was just so excited for me. And I'm like, okay, this can work. I have a lot of support. And I started becoming happy myself. Like this will be fine. People are gonna be happy for me. I have so much support. You know what? I have 9 months to get things together still. It's gonna be fine. I have a great family. And I basically talked myself into being excited for it, being happy for it. And then I truly did feel that way. Me and my husband were like, "Oh my gosh, sorry. I hope it's a healthy baby, but we want a boy so bad next, but we just hope it's healthy and we need this and that, and we just need to start saving and planning properly now that we know." And we started getting really excited. He was excited from the get-go though. And it made me really sad because of the excitement, and I finally felt at peace with it. So let me just tell you why I got sad. Let me back up. So Friday I found out, and then about Monday, the nausea really onset. I'm like, okay, this is really happening. This is gonna progress. I need to set up a doctor's appointment, and I did. And then Tuesday, my stomach started hurting really bad, and I was like, maybe I'm just, I don't know, growing, tightening, because it was in my hips too. And I was like, this is just weird. It doesn't feel like a cramp, but it hurts. I was like, maybe it's implantation. That's why I'm not getting super dark lines and super positive answers yet. So Wednesday rolls around and I have to go back to school. And I keep going to the restroom because I feel like something's happening, but I don't know what it is. So I kept going to the restroom, kept going to the restroom. What is happening right now? Like, I don't get it. And I took a test and it was like stark white negative. And then I took another test and it was still like faintly there. So I'm like, I don't understand what's going on with my body right now. Like I kept telling like my grandma and stuff, I don't know what's going on. It's so weird. I've never experienced this. So I started looking like, why am I spotting? Da 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 da. And it was like implantation is one, and the other one was chemical pregnancy. And I was like, okay, so I just need to be on the lookout for my period and clots and all of that thing going on down there. And sorry if this is TMI, but like I said, I shared this with somebody and it helped. So I started checking like all that Wednesday and it was spotting and spotting and spotting. And then Thursday rolled around and it was like there was no mistaking it and it was so heavy. And that's one of the symptoms of chemical pregnancy is super heavy, super heavy. And it was. I'm sorry, this is really TMI, but this is a symptom of chemical pregnancy. There was a clot like this big. And like, I'm not even exaggerating. Okay. Like, I know for sure that I just had an early miscarriage, and I remember the last time I had my period, so it's obviously late. And I have the clots and I have the cramping now. And I had period symptoms before, but it was more like pregnancy for me because I know what my period symptoms are. The headache and the nausea are pure pregnancy symptoms for me, not period. And I was getting those faint positives. So it's like I had an early miscarriage, which I'm not okay with. It hurts my heart so much that it could have been a potential baby. But I feel like there was something wrong. Either the sperm met the egg and it just didn't attach, or chromosomal abnormalities. The reason behind chemical pregnancies are not known and they're super hard to figure out. Um, but it was just an early miscarriage for me, and I flatlined. Like I had no emotions. It's like my just mood went neutral. Like I'm like, okay, like I didn't cry, I didn't feel happy, I didn't feel sad, I didn't feel mad. It's just like complete neutral. And I've never felt that way either. And that was really strange for me. But most likely it was just like my levels were just off and my hormones were off. And now I just feel really sad. And I just feel like it could have been something or a someone that's amazing. But God had different plans and He basically just showed me, you know what, you can give life and you should take it as a blessing. and I need to calm down and take a step back aside from myself and not take surprises like that for granted, because I did feel that way in the beginning and I shouldn't have, even though it was a natural emotion for me and I went through it, and it wasn't like I wanted to feel that way. It's just the way that I felt, and I was just being true to myself and my feelings. And then it took me some time to get used to the idea, and I did get used to it. And I started talking to Olivia, like, how would you feel about being a big sister to a little brother or sister? And she'd go, like, she didn't know what I was saying, but she would like get really excited because I was excited finally. And it just, it gave me hope for the future, and it really put life into perspective for me, that I need to appreciate when things like that happen to my body, and that chemical pregnancies are real and prevalent, and some women don't even notice them because they're just like, they come out like a few days late than your normal period, and they just think it's your period finally showing up. But there are other symptoms that let you know that it's chemical pregnancy. Mine was the faint positives, which you're pregnant, but it's super faint, it's early, and it was the clotting. So I wanted to get this off of my chest because it's been weighing on me. I told only a few people I was pregnant, which next time I'm not even going to say anything once I get past that first early stage, because the first 2 to 4 weeks, chemical pregnancies are really prevalent. It's like 50% to 75% of pregnancies end in chemical pregnancies. So just know your body, be aware, and take it as a learning experience, and to be grateful of what life you have and the life surrounding you, and that your body can even attempt to create life. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I feel better. I just feel like a weight just came off my chest. Some people don't understand why I do these videos, and that's totally fine. Don't watch them. But I do it for me, and I do it for other women who it could possibly help. So if it helped you, leave me a comment down below with your experience. I'd love to hear from you and talk to you. We may be different in emotions and how we dealt with things, but that's what we as humans do. We just are different, and that's okay. So leave something down in the comments and I'll chat with you. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it and like me, and subscribe. I'm doing a 500 subscriber giveaway still, and I'm getting closer every day thanks to you guys. I love you all so, so much. Thank you for supporting me and my family. Check out the links below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.